Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
On the double.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
We want it. Come to my world. Slam.
Shoot.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch the slant.
Big rip.
They run the counter with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Kill.
Bam.
He'll drop to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set, ready, 30 base.
Force the mic. Tackles.
Protein spill. Leo. Hard.
Safe. Check.
Let's go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Okay, ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Just like that. Slam.
General West. Ready.
On the carry, it's Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Getting some penetration.
Hey, Echo.
45.
Hey.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
He'll look to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Hit it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Now.
A toss to Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
60 outlaw.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Say go.
Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Watch tight end. We got 5. We got 3.
They run the counter. It's Cook. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
25, check 25, check 25. Pilot, 64, weak. Shoot.
Back to throw here. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Alert.
54 is Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, every day, any day. Shift. Hatchet. Watch the twist. Check 9.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Get up! 180! Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Hey, ball. Out.
Now Trubisky on first down. He finds Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On second down, it's Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the slant.
Kill.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Caught by Montgomery. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mike. 55. Mike. 3 buzz.
On third down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
I'm on.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone.
Here we go.
Right there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch 54. You better bring it. Hey, ball.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Sit up. 180. Check Mike 54. Alert. Recon 132.
First down, a run with Cohen. And an alley to run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Come on, fellas.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, Draw play's supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
Safety creep. Check 99. Check 99.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Watch 55. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Alert 3. Alert 18. Alert 3. Hey, watch the edge. Watch the edge. Move. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
Hey, orbit. Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the run.
18.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll run on first down. Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL.
Hey, 18. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Hey, zoom.
Mike's red, top. Mike's 5-4.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch safety creep. Safety. Alert.
Here's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Hey, 180! 45. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Alert!
On first down, it's Cohen, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
All you get is a headache.
Showing 8. Showing 8. 36. 36. Hands up. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready, break.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Second down and 10.
Let's go.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Ship.
Topper! Look at me! Door! Ready!
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Bang! 6-6, chill it high. 26.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground.
Get it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Watch that in.
5.
3 down.
Get it.
They'll throw now on the final play. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives.
Who's that?
We've hit a wall, so to speak.
58's the mic.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Throwing here, Trubisky. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Jam. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. Alert. He's checking crack. Hey, alert. 58, boys, 58.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get ready.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54.
Hey, seam six.
You ain't doing nothing today. Lock in. Mike 54. I got water.
Hey, ball.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check, 45's the mic. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to switch.
Trubisky to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. 48 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams, have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Hey, watch the ball. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I don't even know why this team showed.
Hey, wahoo.
Again, it's Trubisky. He's got it. And this play is going nowhere fast as he goes down. That one might need to go back to the drawing board as they fail on the two-point try. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight. 4 down. Check. Check 3.
61, matchbox lights. Snap.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's complete to Robinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Bears' 47-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. He's checking. Crash.
Five.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey. Shoot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. 2nd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On play action, they'll throw. Going deep for Diggs. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
And the Bears first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Play action. It's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Play action. Now Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
This is Cohen.
Check, 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 check.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Break up. 180. 54 Mike. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Mike, 54. Ran, 54. That's him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Kill.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike.
Alert. Hey, box drop.
Motion.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Go. Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Anthony Averett picks it.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
All day, baby, all day.
Now Cohen. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Trubisky. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I got him.
They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's third and short. They'll try to run for it with Cohen.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check 24, check 24.
Alert, 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 alert.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Get up! 180! Mike's 5-4.
Here we go, here we go. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Ran, touch. 2. Go.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12.
Mike 55! Mike 55! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Mike 55! Right up! 55!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is gonna wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. The open man is Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, This is going to be the result every time.
Keep playing hard.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Check, 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 check.
General West. Go.
They're coming.
Back to throw here. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They run. This is Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Bears 22, Vikings 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Watch the screen.
80 weapon.
Check 6 guy.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mike 58, right there.
Let's go one more.
2nd and 4. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee here.
Trubisky on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Today